Did you know that Hershey produces over 1.5 billion pounds of chocolate every year? That's enough to fill an entire football stadium several times over. This smooth, creamy treat has been delighting chocolate lovers for over a century, but there's more to it than its rich flavor and iconic wrapper. Today we're taking you inside the high-tech factory where Hershey's chocolate is made, showing the complex machines and precise steps that turn humble cocoa beans into the world's most beloved chocolate bars. Hit that like button and subscribe to Prodcued Planet, and let's get into the delicious world of Hershey's chocolate. It all began in the late 1800s with Milton S. Hershey, a young entrepreneur determined to create affordable milk chocolate for everyone. After several failed candy businesses, Hershey found success with his Lancaster Caramel Company. But his fascination with chocolate began in 1893, where he attended the World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. Inspired by European chocolate-making techniques, Hershey returned home determined to produce milk chocolate using fresh milk, a method that would set his chocolate apart from the competition. By 1900, Hershey had perfected his recipe, launching the first Hershey's milk chocolate bar. This breakthrough transformed chocolate from a luxury item into an everyday treat. In 1903, Hershey built a factory in Derry Township, Pennsylvania, now known simply as Hershey, a town created to support his employees. Over the decades, iconic products like Hershey's Kisses and Mr. Goodbar joined the lineup, while the factory expanded to become the largest chocolate manufacturing plant in the world. Today, Hershey produces more than 1.5 billion pounds of chocolate every year, shipping its products to chocolate lovers across the globe. But what exactly goes into making a Hershey's bar? It all starts with the cocoa bean, the heart and soul of any chocolate bar. Hershey sources over 70% of its cocoa from regions like Ghana, known for producing some of the world's finest beans. The cocoa beans are harvested from cocoa trees, which thrive in warm, humid climates. These trees grow large, football-shaped pods that contain between 20 and 50 cocoa beans each, surrounded by a sweet white pulp that protects and nourishes the seeds as they mature. Harvesting cocoa is a delicate process. Farmers carefully cut the pods from the trees using machetes, ensuring they don't damage the branches. Once harvested, pods are opened to reveal the cocoa beans inside. This step is crucial because the beans must be removed quickly to prevent spoilage. The beans are scooped out and placed into containers, ready for the next stage of their journey, fermentation. Fermentation plays a key role in developing the beans' rich flavor. Still coated in pulp, the beans are placed in wooden boxes or laid out in shallow trays and covered with banana leaves. Over the next 5 to 7 days, natural heat and bacteria break down the sugars in the pulp, creating a chemical reaction that gives cocoa its deep, complex aroma. Without this process, the beans would taste bitter and flat, lacking the rich chocolatey flavor we associate with Hershey's bars. The fermentation process also affects the beans' color, turning them from pale white to a rich brown as the heat works its magic. After fermentation, the beans need to dry to reduce the moisture content. This process can take up to 10 days, during which the beans are spread out under the sun on large drying racks or directly on the ground. Workers regularly turn the beans to ensure they dry evenly. This step is essential because excess moisture could cause the beans to spoil during transport. Once fully dried, the beans are packed into burlap sacks and shipped to Hershey's state-of-the-art factory in Pennsylvania. When the beans arrive at the factory, they go through a rigorous inspection process. Both human workers and automated machines check for defects, ensuring only the highest quality beans are used. The beans are then thoroughly cleaned to remove any dirt, debris, or foreign materials that may have been picked up during transport. This process includes passing the beans through vibrating screens that filter out unwanted particles, followed by air streams that blow away lighter materials like dust or husk. Next, the beans are sorted by size to ensure consistent roasting. Roasting is where the beans' full flavor is unlocked. Inside massive industrial ovens, the beans tumble as they are heated to temperatures between 250 and 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The exact roasting time and temperature depends on the variety of beans and the desired flavor profile. Lighter roasting brings out fruity, nutty notes, while darker roasting creates a richer, more intense taste. During roasting, the heat causes the bean shells to crack open, revealing the cocoa nibs inside, the part of the bean that contains all the chocolate flavor. Once roasted, the beans move on to the winnowing process, which separates the nibs from their shells. The beans are cracked open and a stream of air flows through them, lifting away the lighter shells while the heavier nibs fall into a collection bin. This process ensures that only the pure cocoa nibs are used, as the shells are too bitter for chocolate making. The separated nibs are then ready to be transformed into chocolate liquor. Despite the name, there's no alcohol involved. Instead, the nibs are ground into a thick, dark paste. The grinding process generates heat, melting the cocoa butter within the nibs and creating a smooth liquid mixture that serves as the foundation for all chocolate products. What sets Hershey's chocolate apart is its unique blend of ingredients. While many chocolate manufacturers use powdered milk, Hershey uses fresh milk, sourced from dairy farms within 100 miles of its factory. Tanker trucks deliver the milk daily, where it's pasteurized and combined with sugar to form a thick, taffy-like mixture. This mixture then undergoes a proprietary process called leosis, which gives Hershey's chocolate its signature tangy flavor, a taste that sets it apart from other milk chocolates. The milk-sugar mixture is then blended with the chocolate liquor, creating what's known as chocolate crumb, a coarse, dry material that will soon be transformed into a smooth milk chocolate. At this stage, cocoa butter is added to the mix. Extracted from cocoa beans during the grinding process, cocoa butter is essential for giving chocolate that creamy texture and melt-in-your-mouth feel. Hershey carefully adjusts the ratio of cocoa solids to cocoa butter to create different chocolate products, from classic milk chocolate bars to rich dark chocolate. This mixture also includes sugar, which balances the natural bitterness of the cocoa and enhances the overall sweetness of the chocolate. With the main ingredients combined, the mixture moves on to one of the most important steps in chocolate making, conching. Named after early machines that resembled conch shells, conching is a process of mixing and aerating the chocolate to refine its texture and flavor. Large rotating rollers knead the chocolate for up to 72 hours, breaking down any remaining particles and eliminating unwanted bitterness. This process not only smooths out the texture, but helps to develop the chocolate's rich, velvety taste. Hershey adjusts the conching time depending on the product. Milk chocolate requires longer conching to ensure the milk and cocoa blend seamlessly, creating that creamy texture that melts perfectly on the tongue. Once the chocolate is refined, it moves on to the tempering process. Tempering is essential for giving the chocolate its glossy finish and a satisfying snap when broken. This process involves carefully heating and cooling the chocolate to stabilize the cocoa butter crystals. Without proper tempering, the chocolate would have a dull appearance and a grainy texture. Hershey's state-of-the-art tempering machines maintain precise temperatures, ensuring that every bar looks and feels just right. The tempered chocolate is then held at a specific temperature until it's ready to be molded into bars, kisses, and other iconic shapes. With the chocolate tempered to perfection, it's ready to be molded into the iconic Hershey's bar. Liquid chocolate is poured into stainless steel molds shaped for the familiar rectangular design. To prevent air bubbles, the molds pass over vibrating belts that evenly distribute the chocolate and ensure a smooth finish. The mold then travels through cooling tunnels, where carefully controlled temperatures solidify the chocolate without compromising its texture. Any bars that come out misshapen or with rough edges are melted down and sent back through the process, minimizing waste. After cooling, the chocolate bars move to the packaging line. Hershey's maroon and silver wrappers have remained largely unchanged since 1900, serving both as a recognizable brand symbol and a protective layer that keeps the chocolate fresh. Automated machines wrap each bar tightly to prevent air from getting in, preserving the chocolate's texture and flavor. The wrap bars are then packed into boxes and prepared for shipment. Hershey's operates multiple distribution centers across the United States, handling over 2 billion pounds of chocolate every year. More than 100,000 refrigerated truckloads leave these centers annually, ensuring that Hershey's products arrive in perfect condition no matter where they're headed. But making great chocolate isn't just about taste, it's also about responsibility. Hershey's Cocoa for Good initiative is dedicated to improving the livelihoods of cocoa farmers, promoting sustainable farming practices, and reducing environmental impact. By partnering with organizations like Fair Trade USA and UTZ, Hershey makes sure that farmers receive fair wages and support for their communities. The company is also committed to reducing deforestation and helping farmers adapt to the effects of climate change by offering training in sustainable agriculture. Sustainability doesn't stop at the farms. Hershey's working to make its production process more eco-friendly. The company plans to cut its greenhouse gas emissions by 50% by 2030 and is implementing water conservation strategies to reduce its impact on the environment. Even the packaging is becoming more sustainable. Hershey's plans to make all its packaging recyclable, reusable, or compostable by 2030, with some products already using paper packaging instead of plastic. Innovation plays a key role in Hershey's commitment to quality and sustainability. Advanced quality control systems equipped with AI technology inspect every chocolate bar, detecting even the smallest imperfections that human eyes might miss. Meanwhile, new production methods like 3D printed chocolate designs are opening up exciting possibilities for future products. Despite these technological advancements, Hershey remains dedicated to preserving the traditional flavors and textures that have made its chocolates a household favorite for more than a century. And there you have it, the journey of Hershey's chocolate, from cocoa farms to the chocolate bars we all love. Every step, from roasting and grinding, mixing and molding, is carefully done to make sure each bar is smooth, rich, and delicious. Next time you enjoy a Hershey's bar, think about all the work that goes into every bite. If you like this tour, be sure to subscribe to Prodcued Planet for more behind-the-scenes looks at how your favorite treats are made.